Disney recently came out with some new treats to celebrate Women's History Month. One of those treats is the Mirabel cupcake, which can be found at All Star Movies and Art of Animation Resort. Today I'm remaking the cupcake so you can enjoy it at home. Disney describes it as a cinnamon cupcake filled with custard and topped with coconut buttercream, toasted coconut, and Mirabelle-inspired fondant garnishes. First thing we will do is to make the custard. However, if you don't feel like making one, you can always buy some instant vanilla pudding in the store. In a bowl, place egg yolks, 1 whole egg, cornstarch, and 1 tablespoon of sugar, and whisk until combined. In a saucepan, put the milk and sugar. I'm using vanilla extract, but if you'd rather use a vanilla bean, then you would put it in now. Place over medium-low heat until mixture comes to a simmer. Then take it off the heat and add half of the mixture into the cornstarch and egg mixture while whisking continually. This is called tempering the eggs. Then add it back into the saucepan and return to the stove. Make sure to whisk it constantly. Once it starts to thicken, take it off the heat and add the butter and vanilla extract. Mix until it's combined. Use a fine mesh strainer to get out any lumps. Put plastic wrap directly on top of the custard to avoid getting the skin over it. Then put it into the fridge to cool down. Now let's make the cinnamon cupcake. Here are all the ingredients. You can find all the measurements on my website. I will leave a link in the description box below. Whisk the cinnamon and sugar together, then add all the dry ingredients to the mixing bowl. Mix it all together. Then add the butter, oil, and vanilla extract to the bowl and mix together. Once it's mixed, add the eggs one at a time. Then slowly add the milk and mix until well combined. This will make 12 cupcakes. So place the cupcake liners into the muffin pan. Bake in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now for the coconut buttercream. Place the butter into the bowl and make sure it's at room temperature. This will ensure that it will mix smooth. Mix for a few minutes. It will become a pale yellow. Then add in the sifted confectioner's sugar. Mix on low at first to avoid a sugar shower. Then turn up the speed for a few more minutes until it gets more volume. Then add 1 teaspoon or 2 of coconut extract. Start with 1 and taste to make sure you like the amount of coconut flavor. I use 1.5 teaspoon. Start the mixer and drizzle in a tablespoon of milk. If you want it to be even lighter, you can add another teaspoon. However, I was happy with just 1 teaspoon. Now divide the frosting into 2 bowls. Use gel paste color. I've used the Maricolor brand before, which is great. However, I did discover that Hobby Lobby sells a different brand that also works great. Color 1 bowl with a pink gel paste color, then add purple to the other bowl of frosting. And mix it until it's the right color. You can even add more gel paste if you feel like it needs to be a little darker. Now to make that beautiful swirl of pink and purple, you will need to place plastic wrap on the counter, then add a line of pink frosting and place the purple frosting in a line next to it. Then roll it up into a log shape. You will need a piping bag and a star tip. The one I'm using is the Atico number 824. Atico is my favorite brand of piping tips. Cut the tip of the piping bag and place the tip inside, then put the frosting inside the bag. To make a hole in the center of the cupcake, I used an apple core, and you will have some delicious cupcake scraps to snack on. Then put the custard into a piping bag. No tip is needed for this, just cut off the end and fill those cupcakes. Then frost the cupcakes. The Mirabelle cupcake has a picture of her as a decoration. I looked online for the image that reads "Magic awaits you." I resized it, printed it out, and taped it onto a toothpick. I think the cupcake in the parks is either fondant or white chocolate, but I don't have a fancy printer that creates edible images. You also need to toast some coconut flakes. These go around the bottom of the frosting. I tried rolling it in at first, but that wasn't very effective, so I just placed it on with my fingers. You will need fondant to make the flowers and butterfly. You can buy some in the store or make it. I made a marshmallow fondant. It's very easy. All you need is water, marshmallows, and confectioner's sugar. I colored them with the gel paste colors I used earlier. I will leave a link in the description box below of where to find the fondant cutters. After the flowers were made, I rolled some yellow fondant for the centers. However, I didn't like how they turned out. I should have rolled out the yellow fondant and used a piping tip to cut out a circle. Also, I realized afterwards that the butterfly was supposed to be yellow, not purple. Once the decorations are done, you can decorate the cupcakes. Another thing I wish I had done differently was the picture. I should have made it smaller. The cupcakes were yummy. These would be great for an Encanto themed birthday party. I haven't been to Disney World since the release of the Mirabel cupcake, so I don't know if the taste is spot on. But I will say this is a delicious cupcake and worth trying. If you want the written recipe, go to my blog. The link will be below. If you make this cupcake, make sure to let me know how it turned out. Please like and subscribe for more Disney Parks content.